Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Because wishing all the three times because you may be watching the lesson at different times. Some will watch in the morning, some in the afternoon, and some in the evening, isn't it? So let's get back to our lesson. Please open your books on page 156. We are getting back to a lesson on environmental studies, and it's about cleanliness, what we had discussed yesterday. Now, yesterday I had told you the different methods or the ways in which you have to be clean always by doing so many things like brushing your teeth, having a bath, then combing your hair, washing your hands before eating, after eating, before you go, touch something, especially in this corona season or time, and also when you need to wash the hands and legs properly before entering a house when you have gone out and you come. So many other ways to keep yourself clean and to dust your rooms, the furniture, so that no dust accumulates. And if there's too much of dust and dirt, of course, there will be infection and chances of diseases getting spread. So, getting back to the lesson, let's go on to keeping places around you clean. Now, if you're in a school, in a classroom, what do when you sharpen your pencil? Do you sharpen it where you're sitting? Do you sharpen it there? No. You go to the dustbin, you stand there and you sharpen, and the pencil bits or shreds, when you sharpen, it falls into the dustbin. When you have snacks, you eat biscuits. What do you do with the wrapper? Do you throw it just under your bench? No. What you have to do is you have to go and throw it into the dustbin. And suppose you're having lunch and a little bit of rice grains fall on the table or on the ground. What do? Do you kick it with your legs? No, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pick up those grains and go and throw it in the waste bin. Same way at home. Now, as you return home from school, do you throw your bag to one side, throw your shoes to one side, your school uniform to one side, all scattered? No. There's a particular place for everything. You need to keep your school bag in one place. You need to keep your shoes in the shoe rack. You need to take out your uniform and hang it on the hanger so that it gets aired, because you have been wearing it the whole day and you have, played in it, you have sat the whole day in class, so it may have some smell or odor, so you air it out on a hanger. And then what else do? You wash your face, hands and legs. Some of you may have a bath. That is how you behave after you get home from school. At home also, when you're in the house, do you throw things around? No. You have a cupboard to keep your books, to keep your clothes, and then a place where you have food, that's the dining room, and you eat food on the dining table. If something falls on the ground, you take it and throw it in the dustbin. And of course, there are times that you can help your parents in keeping the house clean. So now let's get back to the lesson on page 156. Keeping places around you clean. Keep your room neat and tidy. Your bed and cupboard should always be neat. That means if your bed is like that, it should be having the sheets that are folded and not strewn about, opened and not folded. And then your room, the books should be kept neatly piled up on a table, not thrown about all over the room. Keep books and toys in their proper place after use. So after you read, your books have to be kept in the proper place. After you do your homework, your notebook, textbook, everything has to be kept in their proper places. You can't leave your pencil and rubber and ruler, everything on the table. It all has to be kept inside the pencil box. Next page. Help your parents keep the house clean. Yes, as I told you, don't make the house dirty. And in case you make the house dirty by chance or by accident, something falls from your hand, immediately try to clean it up, because in that way you'll be helping your father and mother in keeping the house clean. Keep your classroom clean, as I told you just some minutes before. In many ways, you can keep the classroom very, very clean and help others also to keep the classroom clean, because it is your classroom and you're going to sit there from morning till evening. So you have to keep the place where you're seated very neat and clean. And the last one, throw all waste items, waste papers and pencil shavings in the dustbin. That's what I told you. Never sit in a place and sharpen the pencil then and there, because that makes the place around you dirty. So whenever you need to sharpen a pencil, you have to go to the dustbin, stand there and sharpen the pencil so that the pencil shavings or shreds will fall into the dustbin. Now come to quick check. Where would you throw a banana peel? On the floor, in the dustbin, on the road? Now if you throw a banana peel on the floor, you yourself will step on it and you will go for a jive. That means you will slip and fall. If you throw on the road, somebody else is going to slip and fall. So the safest place, the best method is to throw it in the dustbin. So put a tick mark in the dustbin. Now coming to the exercises on page 157. Number 1. Fill in the blanks. 1. We must dash our teeth twice a day. Brush our teeth twice a day. Number 2. We must wash our hands with soap, S-O-A-P, soap and water after using the toilet. We must wash our hands with soap, S-O-A-P, soap and water after using the toilet. Number 3. We must comb our hair neatly. C-O-M-B, comb. We must comb our hair neatly. Now go on to B, children. Answer the following questions. Now I'm just going to discuss the questions with you. The answers will be uploaded on the screen and you can copy it in your notebooks. Answer the following questions. The first one, how will you keep your face clean? So, how do you keep your face clean? By washing it with soap and water, and then also wiping it with a clean towel. When should we wash our hands? We should wash our hands before we eat a meal and after using the toilet. So 2 things. We should wash our hands before we eat a meal and also after using the washroom, you can say, or the toilet. List 2 things you do to keep your classroom tidy. So 2 things. How will you keep your classroom tidy? Never throw any chocolate wrappers or biscuit wrappers on the floor. 1. 2. Always sharpen your pencils near the dustbin. 2 things. First, never throw any chocolate wrappers or biscuit wrappers on the floor. And second one, always sharpen your pencils near the dustbin so that all the pencil shavings fall into the dustbin. List 2 things you do to help your parents at home. So what do you do to help your parents at home? I arrange, you can, because it's about you, you'll say, I keep my toys or I arrange my toys neatly in the cupboard. Number 2, I do not play inside the house. So 2 things. I arrange my toys very neatly in the cupboard. I do not or I don't play in the house. One more thing you can say, I help my mother to sweep the floor. Is that okay with you all? Now turn the page to page number 158. C. Question C. Tick the things you use to keep yourself clean. Now the bucket, of course we need a bucket when we bathe to fill water. So put a tick mark for bucket. Next one is a soap, a cake of soap in a soap dish. So of course we need soap to wash our hands, face when you have a bath, isn't it? So put a tick for soap. Next picture is that of a toothbrush. Yes, we all need a toothbrush to brush our teeth. We don't brush it with our fingers. That's not possible. Next picture is a comb we use to comb our hair. So put a tick mark there. A ball. Now you don't use a ball for anything. You need a ball to play. So that is not needed for us to help ourselves keep clean. Then shows a picture of crayons. Crayons are used for coloring and you don't need them to keep yourselves clean. So there's no tick mark to be put on the last two pictures, that is the ball and the crayons. So for your homework, please do number 1, that is A, fill the blanks, B, answer the following questions that we uploaded to you, and C. Now C, you're going to draw the bucket, the soap, the brush and comb. I repeat, draw only the bucket, the soap with the soap dish, the brush, toothbrush and the comb. Only these 4 things you need to draw. I hope everyone has understood what I have said, and please do your work and send it to the school WhatsApp number. Do note, the answers for questions 1, 2, 3, 4 will be uploaded and you need to copy them in the exercise notebook or no and send it to the school WhatsApp number. Thank you.